Hello, good evening guys. I think it's time to para balikan natin ang ating social media life na. So, it's been too long na hindi niyo ako narinig sa sa Facebook Live. So, today, since this is a special day for our teachers, I would like to greet everybody, especially all the licensed teachers in all the world, a happy Teachers Day to all. So, I think I need to use Tagalog English kasi not all my friends can understand Ilonggo. So, to be fair, since this is my way of expressing my heartfelt thank you to all my teachers since I was in elementary, high school, college, and even to my teachers sa mga diploma courses ko. And this lately lang sa akong masteral course sa mga professors ko. Happy Teachers Day to all of you. So, why I am connecting to you guys tonight? Because I want to be in your shoes. Huh? So the struggle of a teachers nowadays is really sobrang hirap. I know it well. Because before I end up my masteral course sa last trimester, na-experience ko on how to have a online class experience. Although, yung on my own experience, hindi naman siya masyadong mabigat kasi isang subject na lang yun. Pero nakikita ko yung mga classmates ko talaga na nahihirapan sila to juggle their time, to handle the online class. And I'm so thankful na nakahabol ako sa tinatawag na how to be a student of today's na online class ang ating way of learning. No? So, the challenge here para sa mga teachers natin is not really easy. Number one, we used to teach sa school na settings, sa classroom, di ba? So, medyo, napaka-malaking challenge for us that this time there will be no classroom na i-cater natin yung students natin. And such kind of experience you've been through preparing for this first day of class in the Philippines, it's really a hard experience para sa inyong lahat ng mga teachers. And I salute you all guys, how you're going to manage in order to deliver such kind of commitment to your students or learners. And you know what? As I went through the process as well for my children, kasi ang isa nasa college na siya, and hindi madali. It's not really an easy way for us nowadays as teachers. Siguro ang iba sabihin nyo, I'm not a teacher. When we say teacher, it's not only nagsasabi na licensed teacher lang ang pwede maging teachers, right? Because in many ways, we can be a teacher. Teacher in our home, to our kids, to our siblings, to our nieces and nephews, and a lot more that we can teach. Not only in our loved ones, but in our surroundings, in our church, in our society, in our community. And such kind of skills or yung yung skills as a teacher, hindi yan hindi yan madali on how to make it to be a productive teacher. We need more experience. We need more continuous learning. And nowadays, that is really important for us as teachers. Sa totoo lang, kulang na ako ng license, hindi lang ako nakakuha ng board exam, but coming soon, sana matapos-tapos na. So, what is the challenge of being a teacher nowadays? So, since we used to be in a traditional way of being a teacher, mahihirapan talaga tayo for the transition of a new kind of challenge to work as a teacher in a remote or virtual kind of process. We are not used to do this, and this is the challenge to prove your commitment. Alam niyo ba, to be a teacher nowadays, if you came from a traditional kind of teaching experiences, sasabihin mo, I need to retire. Because hindi ko na alam how to connect sa internet, how to deal with the attitude of the young children nowadays, and how to connect with their kind of life that we are not used to be. So, it's really too much for you if you are a traditional teacher to handle this. And I will give you tips on how to fully understand the students or learners nowadays. Actually, I just read this afternoon after I travel a lot of my activities for today. Dumating ako siguro mga 9 a.m. tapos nag-gardening pa ako. After that, ang dami ko pang ginawa. Nagturo pa ako sa mga assignments ng mga anak ko. So, ngayon nakabasa ako ng isang article na talagang it made me realize the pains and the hurts of the teachers nowadays. Why? We are now in the days where students, nakuha ko to sa binasa ko sa subject ng anak, that today's learners, they are honed by technology, the advancement of technologies, that if we are not ready to have a change, to accept the challenge as parents, as teachers, mahihirapan tayo. Alam niyo ba that one of the author nagsasabi that nowadays we are raising a man of the world. Ano yung a man of the world? Sabihin mo, a man of the world, pwede naman siya maging man lang siya, tao lang siya. But you know what? The deepest explanation of the man of the world nowadays, we are catering a new generation that preparing to be a man of the world. They are the learners that nowadays, they need to be adaptable to change. If you are still closing your mind about your previous world as a traditional individual, I tell you guys, mahihirapan. Because nowadays, our children, our students, our learners, they are the person who is the man of the world to adapt the constant change of our surroundings. So, they are children, students, learners that are need to adapt the change. They are not, may may guide ako. Kasi sinulat kamay ko lang itong mga na-fix kong mga ideas and opinions sa nabasa ko. Sabi dito, the young children, or the students, the learners nowadays, they never wanted to be a burden of others in our society. Why? Because they have all the desires in their hearts to be a successful individual regardless of the status of their life nowadays. Ano man ang status mo in your life, they don't consider it anymore. They don't look at it. Because nowadays, children wanted to be successful at all means. Dahil they are adopting a constant change daily. And they are expected. Nowadays, as students are expected to be well-rounded. Because if they don't do it, they will be left behind. They cannot go through the process of being part of the society if they are not well-rounded in everything na dapat nilang malaman. Second, they need to be skilled. Because nowadays, it's not how far or ano man ang nagiging achievements mo in your profession, dapat niyo kailangan mga anak natin skilled. They need to be a warrior of today's. We should not raise them to sit down and command them and manipulate them, control them. We need to teach them now to be a warrior. As we are facing the crisis of today, we need to teach our children on how to be a warrior. Because nowadays, if you don't have a skill to fight, if you have no talents to show, maiiwanan ka. Sabihin mo, Dali, at your age, kailangan mo pa ba yan? Of course. We need to upgrade, we need to update, we need to have an advancement within ourselves nowadays. Dahil pag hindi natin ginagawa yan, darating ang panahon, maiiwan tayo. Kaya hindi pwedeng paupo-upo ka na lang ngayon. Don't waste your time for doing nothing. Because everything in your surroundings offered a lot of learnings. That's why there is internet. There are a lot of connections we can use to take an advanced learning. Hindi lang yan ginawa ang internet for you to play and read Facebook comments, chismis using Twitter, ano pa ba yung mga bagong mga site na nai-enjoy mo, di ba? You need to use such kind of learnings using internet for your advancement. Dahil kahit anong sitwasyon, kaya mong tumayo kung ikaw ay hindi naiiwan sa nangyayari ngayon sa mundo. That's why we need not to stop learning. As a teacher, we need to teach our learners, students, and even our children to push learning day by day. Yan ang kailangan natin in order for them to be ready in their coming future na hindi natin alam if we are still present at that moment. That's why train your students, your learners, your kids, your children, your child to be a warrior nowadays. Don't let them sit down and offer them everything. Let them work from their own hands. Work hardly. Let them explore everything they can give. Not only for themselves, but for you, for as parents, for your church, for your community, for your society. So teacher nowadays, let's be firm. I know and I salute you guys on how you do it well in order to make this first day of class memorable. And it's not an easy way for you to do it. And I really give a lot of appreciations for you teachers nowadays. Next, they are not only adaptable to change, they not wanted to be a burden upon others in our society. They are not only have the desire to be successful regardless of their status and in life. They are not only to be well-rounded and skilled, but they need to be grounded as well. What is grounded? That is how we build our children nowadays. They know how to stand in their own reality. They know how to fight even you are not surrounded. You are not in their surroundings. They know how to decide, to make decisions by themselves, because that is the reality that they are facing nowadays. They need to have that kind of attitude. They need to be grounded about their decision making. And that is the problem nowadays, because we parents, we don't want our children to experience our experiences before dahil naawa tayo. Nahihirapan yung mga anak natin. But look at them nowadays. If we will not train them to be a warrior, where are they going to go if you are not in their side? Because nowadays, there is no safety ways, or there are no safe place for us parents. Tingnan mo naman ang COVID, di ba? Gulong-gulo tayo ngayon. Hindi naman natin alam kung paano natin protektahan. Hindi lang ang sarili natin, kundi ang buong pamilya natin. Lumabas na tayo ng bahay, feeling natin masyado na tayo maraming bakteryang nakuha sa labas. Kaya napapraning na tayo dahil sa COVID. Which is a reality na anytime from now, you will be a victim of this kind of crisis of COVID-19 na sakit, or yung COVID na yan. Di ba? So, if you are not making your child, your students, your learners to be ready in fighting the reality of the world nowadays, kawawa sila. So, you are not only teaching them to learn academics. You need to teach them the reality of life. And they need to be a fighter nowadays. So another thing that we need to understand about our students, about learners, our kids, our children. So, dami kong sinabi na. Alam ko, nanonood ka dyan. Nagko-comment kayo. Sorry, hindi ko kayo mabasa, malayo kayo. Talagang, I just put a scenario na mapapansin mo ako, guys. Kailangan ko lang mapapansin today kasi Teacher's Day. Because I acknowledge myself as a teacher not only for our church, as a Sunday school teacher, but also a teacher of various ages. No? I am a teacher for now, siguro more than 20 years na naging teacher ako as Sunday school teacher when I was young. Hanggang talagang kinareer ko siya. Nag-aral ako ng on how to be a teacher. Nag-enroll talaga ako because I want to understand. I need to understand what is really the profession of a teacher. Kaya nga sabi ng iba sa akin, Dali, bakit hindi ka ba nagsa-stop ng pag-aaral? Matanda ka na, aral ka pa rin ng aral. Because I believe that every day is a challenge for us to learn. Every day is a challenge for us to adapt. Like the young generation nowadays, adaptability for change. So, yan ang katotohanan na hindi natin pwedeng i-deny. At kailangan natin i-embrace nowadays as parents. So, the next thing I need to deliver is never stop learning. Because of the various access we are catering nowadays, we have no reason not to learn. Every day is a learning process for us as a teachers, as a parents, as a auntie or uncle ka man, or anything that you are handling as an individual to give a learnings to your surroundings, especially to your loved ones at home or in your workplace. Na? So, we need to look at that the new generation nowadays, they are more on looking at the new things the styles, the trends, and the new skills. So, yan ang mga characteristics ng students natin nowadays. If we don't understand their needs, then we are making a gap on how to teach them well. That's why to be a teacher, we need to learn. We need to have a lot of readings, a lot of listening skills, and we need to open our eyes, our ears to look at our surroundings, to capture new learnings, to capture new things, in order for us to give sustainable and advancement to our learners, especially to our kids. So, we are not only a teacher academically, but we are a teacher for life. And you know what? May ginawa ako, before I close this live, FB Live of mine, and as well as to be downloaded in my YouTube channel, I'm back to my YouTube channel, kaya medyo masyado akong busy for the few, maraming months, hindi lang few, maraming months kaya hindi nyo na ako nakikita na nag-FB Live. But today, I have a lot of time to do it, guys. So, I will spend it with you, for you to learn from me, and I need also to learn from you. Because for me, life is a constant learning. Every day is a learning process. And that's what we need. Okay? So, I am making a short definition of how I am a teacher by heart. I will read this for you, and I hope you enjoy this short moment of my meditation for this afternoon on how to be a teacher by heart. Okay, I will read this to you guys. Sa mga nanay dyan, sa mga friends ko, sa mga nakiusyoso lang, maraming salamat. At least you learn for this FB Live of mine. So, I am now at the stage of my life that I don't like to cater negativity or toxic people, and I want only to spread positive vibes for free. No? So you will learn from me for free, but someday soon you will learn from me with fee. Okay? So how I reveal it in the coming days? Yeah, just watch and see. Okay? So now I will give you the thing that nasinulat ko na I really make this message from my heart. Because I always wanted to be a teacher by heart. Okay? So, I am a teacher by heart. I am a teacher not to earn credits to myself, but to show the outcome to the life of my student. I am a teacher by heart, not to earn only for income, but to give a lifetime learning to my student. I am a teacher not to please anyone in my surroundings, but to let my surroundings learn from my teaching. I am a teacher not to grab benefit from anyone, but to give a lifetime benefit to my student. I am a teacher not to teach only based on curriculum, on policies, on procedures, or any rules, but to give my all, to make my students be a pride of my nation and the world. I am a teacher not to discourage soul, but to give more hope to my students' souls. I am a teacher not to manipulate anyone, but to give freedom to be themselves. I am a teacher not to follow the wrong leadership, but to stand tall to show my integrity and my commitment to my profession. I am a teacher not to be trembled by anyone, but to speak about my truth, to lift up the spirit of my surroundings. I am not a teacher not to entertain toxicities and negativities, but to be optimistic regardless of all the challenges and hardships. Because I am a teacher with a heart to serve not only for my student, but for the people that look at me as a person called by God to teach with all my strength and transparency. And I am a teacher that is fully aware and equipped about my mission in this world. I am a teacher by heart to serve without expecting in return, but to deliver a bountiful learnings to my student, especially to those who were lost and weary. I am a teacher for life, that my only aim is to follow my calling, a calling to be a servant teacher of our God and Creator. I am a teacher who have an astonishing hope and belief that my rewards awaits me in heaven above. I am a teacher that will close my eyes in my dawning days with full of joy, for I know I give my best to mentor many souls in seeing their higher self. So that is my way of defining a teacher by heart. So I hope you guys should learn from my FB Live tonight, and I hope that we should continue to be in our commitment to serve to our learners, to our students, to our children, to our child, so that we are not creating only one human being, but we are creating a millions of life and soul to be saved, because we give our very best to be a teacher by heart. Thank you and good night, and happy Teacher's Day in all the world. God bless. This is Dolly. Be saying God bless you all. Thank you and good night.